Yo, what up gamers? Before anything, it's gonna be good. I just need to check out this treasure room. Okay, we got big news today. Large news indeed. Jacob's ladder's gonna carry my ass while we enter Yap Session McGee. Try not to get hit by these gnolls. I've now learned their name, by the way. Constantly improving as an Isaac player. Check back 2 years from now, I'll know every single enemy in the game. That's really good. I gotta see if I can find the secret room. So there's a couple bits and bobs in terms of news to handle today. First of all, in terms of Edmund McMillan games, the Mugenics trailer has definitely come out by now. It's been out for a bit, but I don't think I've talked about it just yet. You can watch it if you'd like. I'm very pumped for the game. If you're wondering what the trailer's like, if you've ever seen the Binding of Isaac trailer for Rebirth, yeah, it's about just as weird as that, in classic Edmund fashion. We also know that Isaac will be getting updated constantly. We've known this, but we have a hint of what is to come. Anything in this shop? I'd hope for a bomb. Nice. Maybe I can buy it. That way I can find secret room and then pop the magic skin. Either way, I'm gonna pop the magic skin, but we'll see. It's been confirmed that in a future update, they're gonna be reworking the bomb beggars and the key masters, so that if you have a golden key or a golden bomb, you no longer have to go ahead and give them like 20 bombs or 20 keys and actually just get no payout whatsoever, and it kind of sucks. You can instead go out of your way to use the golden bomb or golden key. It'll consume it. You'll no longer have the golden variant, but you'll get the immediate payout. Now that sounds sick. I can already think of the rig. Remember when they were saying they were gonna add like a portable slot to the drop pool of the slot machine, and I was like, wait, that seems kind of broken. I already have a couple ideas, and then it turned out it was pretty broken, and my ideas worked. If you have a golden bomb and a bomb beggar, make sure to just blow up everything you can on the floor, then use the golden bomb to get the payout from the bomb master. You know what I'm saying? I can already see the vision. I also just don't have any bombs, so I don't know what I'm gonna do about the magic skin here. If anything, I honestly think that rolling the curse room pool would be best, at which point I mean, I guess I might as well just use the magic skin one time just for the lulz. What do you have? You know, that's cool, and that's gonna convince me to go devils. Let's do it. But that's not all the exciting news we have. Curse of the Blind kind of sucks, but that's okay. Devil room guaranteed. We'll work our way towards that. I am officially back from the Nintendo Switch 2 event in Los Angeles. They gave me a cool handy bag. It was very nice. I got to try out basically every single first party Nintendo game that was in the Switch 2 Direct, and I'm sure you guys are curious about how a real gamer, a gamer's gamer, feels about these games. Now, I'm sure a main topic a lot of you guys would want me to also talk about is the price, and the thing is, the fact of the matter is that we're not here to talk about that. There is in no way, shape, or form a way that I actually support the prices that are being gouged from the greedy company that is Nintendo right now. Box of spiders, I would have preferred metal plate. It is what it is. Reroll, angry flight. I guess I could have used the box of spiders, but whatever. Yeah, no, do not get it twisted. I don't. I mean, I could even use the excuse of, oh, well, you know, video games are my job. It's literally a job expense. I could buy the Switch 2 and then write it off on my taxes, unironically. But I'm not even gonna use that as an excuse. I'm talking right now. I appreciate that I got to go to the Switch 2 event, but I don't appreciate what's happening with the prices, and I don't really have a say in that, and that's all it is. But I want to clarify. I just need to be real while I try and deduce where this secret room is, where I actually don't know. Secret room? Okay, nice. Well, I guess I'm just gonna pop these. I am not going to go out of my way and say, yes, these prices suck, therefore I am not buying a Switch 2, I am going to boycott Nintendo. I am not gonna say that. And you know why? It's because, honestly, I'd be lying to you, okay? The fact of the matter is all I've ever done in my life is play video games. Whether or not it is even my job, I would buy the Switch 2. I don't go outside. I don't play sports, I barely socialize, and when I do socialize, it's through video games. My best friend, my girlfriend, guess what? I met them through playing video games. It's just in my DNA. I do not need to talk about past struggles or anything like that to justify, oh, well, no, oh, I'm gonna buy the Switch 2. No, what is this last pill? Luck up, that's great. We're also gonna get perfection soon. Oh my god, what a good run. Holy moly. I am trusting in you guys to trust in me, that when I say that genuinely, I would have bought this thing no matter what. I really do mean that. I don't support the prices, I don't support the greed. I think it would be a lot easier of a pill to swallow if maybe for once in Nintendo's life, they brought back Nintendo Selects, or, you know, did a single sale for any of their first party games on the eShop ever, but instead they want to charge even more money for Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom without the DLC. Listen, it's a whole conversation. I think they should probably, you know, put a sale up once or two for like at least a year, and then life would be a lot easier to live. I don't think it's gonna happen. It's gonna suck, but I'm gonna play video games, dude. I mean, even the console, like I feel like the console 450, like it's a little steep, but it's all right. But I mean, the games, why are they priced like that? Oh God. But look, now it's time to actually talk about the most important part, the games. How do they play Spoonbender? This is the only thing that actually matters. I'll run you guys through what exactly happened to me, how things went, etc., the games I played, how I felt about them through a true gamer perspective. Trust me, when I was playing these games, I was not just playing them for fun and I was like, oh, I'm having fun, ooh, playing games. No, I was trying to get in-depth mechanics while I was there. I was trying to understand so I could pass on to you guys. I'm sure you can understand where I'm coming from. So they started us off with it was Mario Kart World. I really like Perfection. I don't know if it's worth the take. You know what? No, I'm gonna take it, run through the floor, leave coins behind, take counterfeit, and then take the coins, and then take Perfection back. Super duper min-maxy, but you know, I think it'll be worth. Shop gaming. Oh my god, yo, this spread is crazy. So they started us off with Mario Kart World, and I was very curious about the driving mechanics. I had a little bit of a Mario Kart 8 binge very recently, and I got kind of into like the speedrunning scene. Of course, I'm not a speedrunner, but you know, I was just doing time trials and learning tracks. I thought it was very cool. So I was very much prepared to go in and see the difference between Mario Kart 8 Deluxe from the Switch 1 to the difference in Mario Kart World. Major things that I noticed. First of all, they put us in a Grand Prix, a head-to-head, and I had my girlfriend with me, so I brought Lene, and then we did a Grand Prix together, head-to-head, and it was cool, it was fun. I think the trailer of Mario Kart World has not done its justice for the game. The game is visually beautiful. It is actually beautiful. I can't put it into words, but it is a stellar looking game. So you gotta keep that in mind. I'm very confident in the visuals of the game. Let's reroll this knife piece just cause, you know what? Warble sounds great. Now when we did the head-to-head Grand Prix mode, I noticed that the game was very slow, so I'm certain that we were playing a 50cc mode with auto steering on. I even made sure of this because I tried to drive off the track specifically, and then it kind of just swerved me back on. However, when I used a shroom to take a shortcut, then it, you know, the auto steering did not turn on. It let me go through. So there's a couple things to take note of there. I came across a few new items as well. There was a feather item that I got while I was in first. Then I dropped into second, and the bot, you know, went forward. It got blue shelled, and I'm fairly certain the bot got blue shelled, and I jumped over the blue shell, the explosion that is, with the feather. Then I tried to get into first and stay in first, and I got a feather, and I was hoping another blue shell would show up. I was curious if this was like a guaranteed way to get rid of the blue shell while I'm first. It is not. When I used the feather to pop into the air, the blue shell followed me up, so it is not a blue shell dodge. It's more like an explosion and just obstacle dodge. There's probably deeper mechanics. You could probably, you know, jump over a green shell or a red shell coming at you. I did not get the opportunity to set that up. Obviously, I'm both juggling a single race while trying to experiment with mechanics, you know. But from what I can tell, the feather has a lot of potential. It cannot let you dodge blue shells though. There was this like Magic Koopa orb thing that I got that was super weird. Wow, I have a lot of money. I don't really know what that did. I think it might just do random effects because I threw it forward and then this Magic Koopa showed up and then he went all the way forward, just like in Yoshi's Island. You know, you do the boss and then he goes left to right, and then it does that exact same thing in all the Mario games. So I sent him forward and then he placed down a bunch of magic, and then it seemed like it did nothing, and then after a delay there was like a chain of explosions, and I was like, what the hell? So I'm assuming it's probably just random effects. There was a golden Koopa shell that I threw forward and it left a trail of coins, so you could just pick up the coins. It's a very good way. The new max amount of coins is 20. I did notice that. I have Perfection with me. I didn't do the counterfeit penny thing, and you know why? It's because I have 61 cents somehow. Let me just do this boss challenge room. And then new mechanics, there was the rail grinding. I was very curious how rail grinding would work. So you can hop on a rail and it will kind of just magnetize you to it. You know, it's pretty lenient. There's a lot more rails in the game than you would think. Even something that isn't a rail can be grinded on. While you're grinding, you gain boost just like a drift. You know how you drift for a while, you get a blue boost and then an orange boost and you get the mega mega boost, blah blah blah. You do the exact same thing on a rail. You can hop off the rail by holding left or right and then the drift button or the hop button. And then when you land, you get the boost similar to, you know, whatever you were farming. Cool stuff and all, but I did notice a deeper mechanic. On top of being able to hop left and right off of a rail, I was kind of curious because I was like, well, what if I want to stay on the same rail? What you can do is just stay on the rail, farm like a boost via a drift boost, and then just hop. Don't even move. You can just hop and land on the same rail. You'll get the speed boost and then start farming another speed boost. So effectively, you can just farm the same rail over and over for speed. There was a new item type called food. They said that it specifically changes your costume. I also noticed it gave me a slight speed boost when I used it, like a mini mushroom. Yeah, let's go in here. Oh my god, 9 volt. I'm gonna take that once I need an extra reroll though. And let me blow up this keeper because I needed another deal. My spoon bender is making this Curse of Darkness not so bad. Wow, lucky moment. Maybe I'll get a magic mushroom at the same time here. Amnesia kind of sucks. Let me mental note myself and not forget where I am. Anything in the crawl space, just some stuff. So afterwards, they wanted us to do Knockout Tour, which is basically a straight shot through a lot of different races, a bunch of different courses, and if you're not in a specific place by the time you hit like a lap or whatever, it's not really a lap, but you know, the next marker, then you get knocked out. I tried my best to get very far because I wanted to see as many courses as possible. However, before doing the Knockout Tour, they let us free roam. So I was able to look around the map. And maybe this is a Tinted Rock, Small Rock, Super Secret Room moment. Absolutely neither of those. Super secret in there? Definitely not. Okay, well, maybe I'll get a devil room. Give me a second. I gotta lock in here. It would be very bad if I lost, and I don't want that at all. Nice, we did get a deal. Devil, dead cats. Some things are essential on the Lost, and this is one of them, especially with 2-3 Guppy. I'm not passing up that, dude. As nice as Ocular Rift could probably be, and Spun is amazing as well. Yeah, so we started free roaming, and I specifically wanted to go somewhere I knew no one else was going. And even the Nintendo representative that was, you know, standing next to us, guiding us and whatever, specifically said to me, I've never seen anyone go in this direction, so it's kind of cool to see where you're going. And the reason I wanted to do this is because I was a little suspicious of Mario Kart. It just seems like they're hiding something, and honestly, I think my suspicions are confirmed. See, now when I went out, I did find a couple things. I saw stars that were just like, just bouncing around. You could pick them up and go star mode. I think they do this so that you aren't slowed down by the grass and free roam. It's genuinely just like a cattle of stars just bouncing. You can pick them up. I found coins that were laying around, which is very interesting because why are there coins? There must be some kind of like amount of coins you can collect to unlock something, maybe a shop, I don't know, but there are just coins laying around. But the number one thing that I found interesting is I found a special collectible. I have not seen anyone talk about this yet. What I found was a Princess Peach coin. If you're wondering what that is, so am I. But I would say imagine a Yoshi coin from Mario World, except it has Princess Peach on it instead. When I picked it up, it did a whole animation. It spun around, you know, it went onto my cart. I was playing Waluigi, by the way, which I don't even know how to conceive the fact that they put Waluigi in the game and give him a mariachi costume. Like, holy crap. I can't believe they did that. Talk about peak. Yeah, with this Curse of the Lost, I'm not too confident in my secret room finding skills, so I'm just gonna go down. Hopefully we get to see the, you know, the map on the next floor. I can do some more things. Yeah, we don't. Never mind. All right. Well, okay. I might not even need these toothpicks. We'll see. So I found this peach coin, and nothing changed when I picked it up, but it did do an animation. And it was definitely a special collectible, like something you're supposed to find. I specifically, like, drove past water, and there was this little island in the middle, just kind of, like, isolated by itself. It was surrounded by water. I went to the middle of it, and there was that peach coin. Now, because of the fact that there was no HUD that, you know, showed up or updated when I picked up this coin, I'm definitely playing a demo version specifically made for the Nintendo Switch 2, you know, event that we were at. But that did put a little bit of a question mark into me, because I'm thinking, okay, there's coins around, there's special collectibles around, and there's a Nintendo Switch Mario Kart World Direct in like, I think like 4 days or something, which means they have to show more things. So I am 100% certain there's some kind of big single player content that is not being shown so far. I don't know how big the single player content is. Let me clarify. It could just be that you free roam and get collectibles, and you know, that'd be kind of cool, I guess, and it's whatever. But I 1,000,000,000% believe that there is single player content. What I would personally like is if they brought back the missions from Mario Kart DS, because I've been waiting for them to do that forever. Anyway, back to Knockout Tour. That was really fun. It was probably the most fun I had at the event in general. Like, it was insanely fun, and I did not expect that at all, because it's just Mario Kart, you know? Mario Kart is Mario Kart. It's fun, but it ain't anything crazy. My reflection is crazy. Chocolate milk is crazier. But yeah, I really enjoyed my time. It was nuts. I think I placed like 6th or something. The lap that I was not able to complete was get 4th or higher, which I think was the second to last one, because you get 4th or higher, and then it's like get first or don't get first, you know what I mean? And I'm happy with that, because I was really trying my best to get as far as possible to see as many courses as possible. And guys, I saw a lot. We ended up playing a course that started in dry desert, kind of. It's definitely a course they have not shown before. It had an old school song in it. I think it was a DS song. They're reusing old songs, absolutely. You go through this entire course, and then eventually you get to like the bridge, and I think it's shown on the map. The bridge I was very curious about. You can ride up the, like, I don't know what to call them, girders, whatever. You can go up the bridge, and it counts as like a rail grind, so you're gaining speed as you're going up there. I felt like as I was going up there and then landing, I was like losing, you know? I felt like I was losing speed, but it is cool that you can go up there. I don't know if it's optimal for speed though. Let me fight this boss real quick. Hornfools, no problem. I might get a deal here. I also gotta look for my secret rooms. Last floor I was a little concerned because I wasn't confident in my bombs. With the Curse of the Lost, now I am. Also, I just got a deal. Thank you very much. Damage up as well. I kind of want to reroll this even if it's coal, but like, let's be real. I'll take it if it's coal. Yeah, I'll take it. That's way too good. Eventually, it got to like this half pipe, I think is what it's called. It was basically a 90-degree angle straight up into a glider. And I was curious as to where I was going when I went up this thing. I was like, where the hell? So I went up this half pipe that turned into a glider, and there was this water spout that shot us way up, like straight up. And I was like, what is this? And then it led to a course that they did show in the Nintendo Switch Direct. I just had no idea that it was in the sky. So it shoots you way up, you go into the sky, and then you come across this course. Now that is where the course ended for me because again, I got knocked out. But I'm curious if maybe there are more hidden courses in the sky, or maybe even underground, that we have not seen and Nintendo has not shown us, just because I did experience that and I do have confirmation. That course is in the sky. I'm gonna donate, actually. I got way too much. And I'd appreciate a little bit of a luck up. Yeah, okay, cool. Should I go? Yeah, I will go here. Moz is scary, but it's fun, especially for a run like this. After all that, I believe they let us play Donkey Kong, which was, I think, the game I was most excited for. Now, let me clarify that I did not have as much fun with Donkey Kong as I was expecting, but it's not because of the game. The game itself, I can easily tell it will be peaked. I need to clarify that right now. It's only because what I played, I'm assuming, was the demo version, and it was kind of laggy. Like, it was very noticeable with the frame drops and performance issues. However, I am very confident that that is just a demo version thing. Reason being is because they did have Tears of the Kingdom there, which we all know how bad that game runs. And I saw it, you know, I didn't play it, but I saw it. I overviewed someone who was playing it, and it looked perfect. I did not mean to take Golden Razor here, by the way, but whatever. I don't really care about Boiled Baby. I would even say that's better. It gives me a chance to re-roll and get Proptosis, which I really care about. Kind of goes against the whole lump of coal thing, but it's just too good of an item not to take. So if the game can run Tears of the Kingdom, from what I saw perfectly, I don't think I saw specifically building, but I saw some people riding things that were built, and there was like, it was no lag. It was a smooth 60, dude. It looked really good. Then I'm certain that Donkey Kong can run. It was purely performance issues based on demo. There's a couple reasons for this as well that I'm believing. But let me talk about the actual game. That's what matters. The actual game is fun as hell. It is 1,000,000%. I told you I didn't need toothpicks. It's just Mario Odyssey 2. It literally is. You can easily tell it's the exact same team that made it as Mario Odyssey, the same team that made all the 3D Marios, Mario Galaxy, goddamn the Donkey Kong game from years ago. It's the same team. The entire map is destructible to an extent. I think the beginning area is kind of like more, you know, like they don't let you go wild, but that's because they're teaching you the mechanics. That makes sense. The very beginning of the game, it skips like all the intro stuff, whatever. They just tell you this is how you play, go wild, have fun. And then you pick up this like green banana. I guess it's like the ripe banana or something. Probably this game's version of Grand Stars. It's the mega collectible. And then there's this big ass explosion, and then Donkey Kong gets sucked away. And then the Nintendo representative basically said, okay, now we're gonna skip you ahead. This is a new map, and now the entire map is destructible, and you can have whatever fun that you want. Which is also why I'm very certain that this is a demo version. That might be the reason that I had performance issues, and I saw everyone else had performance issues. It's not like my Switch specifically, like I made sure. Just because again, they skipped me ahead, they skipped the intro cutscene. It was very obviously made specifically for the event. Now, if the game comes out and it has performance issues, I'll say it, that's some baloney, and I won't like the game as much as I really think I should. But I just don't see that happening. I really don't, because again, I have Tears of the Kingdom as a basis, and I saw that was running perfectly. Shop in here? Yeah, that's great. Oh, you know what? Whoopsie daisy, this guy has a Steam sale. Thank you. I'll take a wiggle worm with me, it'll make it goofy. Playing card is worth? Not really? Okay. So the entire map's fully destructible, and the pause menu is interesting, because when you pause, you can look at your entire map, and the map updates in real time with the destruction that you've made, which is awesome. Also, the map is very, again, Mario Odyssey. Even like the yellow exclamation marks that tell you where, I was about to say a moon, they're not moons, where a banana is, you know what I mean? Like, it's exactly the same. It's the same thing. It's just Mario Odyssey, which is great. In terms of movement, I'm gonna say it, speedrunners rejoice. This will be another God speedrun game. You gotta believe in Nintendo when they do this thing, dude. They know what they're cooking. This will be a speedrunner's dream. With the limited amount of time I had to experiment with the movement, there's a lot you can do. You can hold like R, I believe, and just pick up anything, and Donkey Kong will hold it over his head, right? Like big man style. Then you can press L and he'll use that as a surfboard, kind of. You've seen that in the trailer, that's how you do it. You're holding something and you press the roll button. He has a roll button. And while rolling, you can press Y to speed up. You can then take the thing that you're, you know, holding over your head, and you can throw it at enemies. Some enemies need to have things thrown at them. You cannot punch them. The mechanics for like the controls are very intuitive. It makes sense. A is your jump, the right face button, and then simply the bottom face button punches down, the left face button punches left, the up face button punches up. It's as simple as that. So control-wise, it's very intuitive. It makes sense. I also noticed in terms of movement, there's some cool stuff you could do. Again, you could press L to roll. It'll give you a bit of a speed boost, but you can jump out of a roll. So what you can do, what I noticed, is roll to a ledge, jump off the ledge, and while you're mid-air, you can do a mid-air roll. And not only does it give you a speed boost, it kind of gives you a little bit of a height boost. So think about it more like if Mario did a long jump and then he did a long jump a second time in midair. That's kind of how like fast Donkey Kong movement will end up being, I believe. Finally, I was correct in what I said a couple weeks ago, I believe. I'm only gonna take that. Where I said that it seems like they're doing the Tears of the Kingdom thing where you keep going down and down, but they're doing it way more than Tears of the Kingdom. Tears of the Kingdom, you went down into the depths, right? Okay. But in this game, what happened was I found this little area, and this little area, when I landed in it, the Nintendo representative said, okay, so this is the next area of the game, but it's not a part of the demo, so the demo is gonna specifically TP you back to where you were. This is gonna say layer 101. In the actual release of the game, you'll be able to obviously explore this to your heart's content. Now, I found this very interesting because why does it say layer 101? The layer that I was on was 100. I went down, it said it was layer 101. So that kind of implies that there's 1,000 different layers, 1,000 different maps. I know it sounds crazy, but that is what it felt like, dude. That is gonna be a fat game. Keeper's box. Let me find secret room and then place a keeper's box in there. This could turn into a secret room item. Guess I'm just gonna roll it then. Magneto, don't need that. It's gone. Still need Guppy as well. It doesn't look like it's gonna happen. One small detail I noticed as well is that I noticed that bonus like mini games are back, like the little bonus areas. Instead of collecting bananas though, you collect gold. There was like a limited amount of time. They said smash as much gold as you can. It seemed pretty much impossible for me to smash every bit of gold, so I don't think you get anything special for doing that. Give me my spun, thank you. Overall, I think if the performance issues are going to be fixed in the time the game comes out, that will be a fat one. I am not kidding. That will be a fat one, dude. We played a bit of Mario Party. We did the mouse control mini games. I had a lot of fun with the spray paint one. That one was amazing. The bomb one. It reminded me of that DS game where you sort the bomb-oms from black to pink. You hold down the mouse button to spray them, and then when you're out of spray juice, you have to pick up the Joy-Con and then spray it like a spray can to refill your spray can, and then you start spraying again. It felt like the Wii. It felt like Mario Party like 8, that one mini game you do. It really felt like an evolution of the Wii. It was awesome. I was a big fan of that. There was a mini game where you're supposed to hold left click and pull back and try and get to the end of the bridge. Now, I believe that this was in the trailer. Ooh, sucker, this is so good. Bro, But the Switch 2 Direct does not do it justice. I want to clarify. But what we played was interesting because I had a player next to me and 2 players at the end of the bridge. The goal is to try and get to the end of the bridge as many times as possible. When you get there, you get 1 point, you get TP'd back. But on the other side of the bridge are the 2 other players, and they're, oh my god, and they're coming towards you. So you're gonna end up bumping into them or going, you know, hopping off of the bridge, getting bumped off. It was a lot more fun than I thought it would be. We played air hockey, which was literally just air hockey. You move the mouse around, you move your guy around. It's about as simple as that. It was fun. It was really fun. I'm not gonna lie. Consolation prize, you know, doesn't this go past tier rate? Yeah, a consolation prize does not follow regular tier rules. You can kind of break a little bit here. And then we played this stacking game, which was basically just, you know, use mouse controls to stack up a bunch of things really high, higher than the other team. We lost in that. It was okay. That one was alright. We also played with the camera controls. There was me and my girlfriend and then 2 Nintendo representatives. And that was a lot of fun, but I got very exhausted, I'm not gonna lie. I have to go down today for negative moment. Might as well pick this up and then re-roll it, I guess. The first mini game was the one where you know, pop your Joy-Con up and down tons of times, trying to hit the question mark block, get as many coins as we possibly could. Oh, conjoined. And then we actually tied. We tied at 126 each, 2v2. And they were like laughing. They were like, that's never happened before. That's crazy. That actually happened quite a few times while we were there. There was the Nintendo rap that said, oh, I've never seen anyone go here in the Mario Kart section. When I was playing Donkey Kong, I went to go specifically find Cranky Kong because I know he has lore implications. And then the Nintendo rep was like, you're the 4th person who's ever found this. And then we had the, you know, the double coin moment, which was awesome. There was I'm getting blasted with so many good items. This is gonna be a crazy dark room, I guarantee it. Holy moly. There was another mini game where it was literally just make as much noise and movement as you can, and then that's kind of what took it out of me. I got super tired after that. The camera controls seem fine. They seem like, honestly, decent to have. I was not gonna buy them before. After playing with it now though, yeah, I might. You know, I might. It depends on how many people I might have over to play Mario Party, which is probably not a lot. We'll see. The last game I was very excited to try out was Metroid, because I really, really wanted to see what it's like. I played Metroid Prime Remastered. I basically 100%ed it. I think I was missing like 2 scans, but I was like, yeah, whatever. I thought that game was you know, I found it cool. I understood the point of the game. You know, the point of the game is to get very immersed, you know. But my issue with it was the combination of the scanning, which is, you know, getting immersed or whatever. But then the gunplay was also really slow. So it was basically slow on slow. The gunplay for Metroid Prime Remastered is literally lock on, spam shoot. Lock on, spam shoot. Felt like there was no real skill expression for me personally. Reroll this, get nothing, that's alright. So, I was really excited because I was like, if I could play with mouse controls and have more skill expression while also juggling more like environmental, oh, get immersed type thing, this game might actually be really fun for me, because in comparison, Metroid Dread I love. It's in top 5 games for me right now, ever. I love that game. And I gotta say, it actually did deliver. I can't believe it. But truly, having the ability to scan whatever I want, and also just being able to use mouse controls with no lock on, and you can also just take the mouse off and start using the Joy-Con whenever. I specifically did that a couple times to see how smooth the experience would be. It was very fast. It was very very responsive. There was no delay at all. It felt very natural. Yeah, I much more preferred Metroid Prime 4. It was exciting, and I'm honestly really excited to play the rest of the game now. I have a feeling that one's gonna be peak, not gonna lie. I'm really gonna enjoy that. We come over here to the dark room, blasting through everything. Do we get anything good? Not particularly. I mean, I guess that's conjoined, but I'd rather roll and get Metronome, which could give me Death Certificate, but yeah, I'm just gonna reroll again, I think. Ba-boom. Oh my god. The final thing I wanted to try was unironically Street Fighter, because Brawl Pro messaged me and he was like, I heard Street Fighter has like minimal input delay, which is interesting because the FGC is in talks right now. If, you know, the Switch has the least amount of delay for Street Fighter, is that going to be the new tournament standard? How will that work? How will you connect your fight stick to the Switch too? But we didn't actually end up doing that because I have a bombshell to reveal to you guys. Before anyone else, I have news for you. In Street Fighter, there's two modes of play. There's classic mode, which is normal controls that Street Fighter has been forever, and modern mode. Both are viable, even at a high level. Truly, high level players even use modern sometimes. Modern makes controls easier and reactions easier, but you lose a couple moves, you know? So it's a trade-off. It's personal preference. I think most high-level players play on classic though, let's be real. Play-Doh Cookie, very nice find. We were not able to test the input delay for Street Fighter because they added moderner mode. I am not kidding. What they have done and what Capcom has done alongside Nintendo has made it so they added motion controlled Street Fighter. I even have a photo. I mean, if I get sued by Nintendo, it is what it is, you know, I'm putting it up. I mean, so many people have talked about their Nintendo experience in New York, so I feel like if I get destroyed, then I mean, what the hell, that's kind of unfair, but whatever, I'll take the risk. D4, I'll take that with me to the void! And Beelzebub transformation. So you tilt towards the opponent to walk towards them, you tilt away to walk away, and also that's your block button, I guess, because you're walking away from your opponent. You shake the controller to attack. I am not kidding, I am not making this up. Moderner mode Street Fighter motion controls is a real thing. It was very, very dumb fun. It was fun, like, let me get it clarified. It was fun, but it was dumb fun. We were basically just shaking the entire time, I'm not gonna lie. But, you know, it was sick. Also, newsflash, my girlfriend won. And I got destroyed, so, you know, womp womp. They also had a different mode called Calorie Burn mode or something like that, where the mechanics are different. You don't have health. You just try and burn more calories than the other person. But if you hit the other person, you take away their calories and you burn more. So it's a back and forth. The Nintendo representative described it more as a tug of war. And that was also really cool. Overall, a wild experience. They ended up giving me a Nintendo bag, which honestly looks really cool. Overall, very excited for the video games in the future. Halo Flies is sick here, and I would not have it any other way. I hope that was in-depth enough for you guys, for me to explain in a more gamer way, not in a journalist way. A true gamer played Nintendo Switch 2 and giving their opinions. It was an incredible time, honestly. Reroll this, telekinesis, no. I wanted to reroll the mom's bottle of pills in the secret room. I deadass forgot that I had school bag, I'm not even gonna lie. But that's okay, we'll D4 on the void. I'll probably win or lose, but I had a fun time today. Can we talk about how broken this run has been? I've just been blasting. Oh my god, there's C-section. I have just been blasting through the entire game with no issues. Also, I don't think I have Dead Cat anymore. Oh god. This is a lot scarier of a run. And I think that might be Delirium, so let me get a D4 going before I go in there. Just in case I need to emergency D4 myself. Is it you? No, it's Satan. This guy could still kill me, honestly. I don't really like the idea that we have a Wiz here. My damage is good though. I mean, damn, is it better than what we had? Holy crap. Well, it's good damage, but it's like kind of fast ticking low damage. So I think Delirium might destroy us. I'm dead. No, wait, but I rolled into a dead cat. I just saved my life. And now I have a 10 times better run. Wow, what a clutch play. That is crazy. This run might be significantly better. It also has Cricket's body on it. I just have low range, but yeah, I mean, that's absurd. This is more like a run that can absolutely demolish the Delirium guy. I'll try this. I even have Belly Jelly for some defense, and I'll take a reroll into Delirium fight just in case, just like how we did right here. Okay, well, I have a Delirium fight, I have a D4, and I have a Dream. I could basically try this 9 times before I feel like I have to D4 myself and end up re-rolling into another dead cat where I get another 9 tries. At least, that's the goal. Backstabber Tech X C-section Cricket's body. I mean, I couldn't hope for anything better. Yeah, okay, that's not gonna happen. Hold on, I gotta lock in. Give me a second. Going silent gamer mode. Ooh, there you have it. Reroll one more time just for funsies. What do I even have on this run? Is it just nothing? I hope you guys enjoyed, and GG!